So it's kind of hard for me to say if either I'm like Latino or Hispanic. But what I mean, but when I say like I'm Latino slash Hispanic, is that I just come from a part of Mexico. The most important thing about my culture, I would say, is that I'm from Oaxaca. It's a state in the very, very south of Mexico, and it is known as one of the like poorest states in Mexico, but it is one of the most richest in culture and diversity around the world. And just being able to celebrate that and always say like proudly like, oh yeah, I'm from Oaxaca and stuff like that. I have like ancestors from like who are still like indigenous Zapotecs, which is also really cool, and I'm trying to just keep like my bloodline. Like my parents speak Zapoteco, so I'm trying to keep like my bloodline. I don't want it to end with me, if that makes sense. I want to teach my kids or teach like my future kind of, you know, like just my coworkers. I'm teaching my friends about my culture, and it's always something that I'm gonna carry with me. So yeah. US, it's kind of hard, especially since I haven't been to Mexico for like 2 years. I kind of like distance myself with like my culture, like my deep rooted culture in Oaxaca. But some things that I keep doing here with my family is we do like Dia de los Muertos, which is basically we put like an altar, and we put like offers to like our loved ones who have passed and stuff like that. And that's always like such a like beautiful like 3 days of just like recognizing and kind of looking back on people who have passed. Or also Christmas, we celebrate that a lot, and we kind of try to celebrate as much as we can how we do it in Mexico, which is always really fun. Well, I actually didn't know that Hispanic Heritage Month was a thing until I came to high school, and that's when I realized like, oh, like this is actually a thing, like my culture is celebrated. It was kind of like an eye-opening kind of view to see that like even in the US like your culture is celebrated and stuff like that, because usually like in Mexico where I'm from, like we're always celebrating our cultures. And I know that during like Hispanic Heritage Month we like there's places who like outline like Latinos who own businesses or people in the community, and that's just something really cool because I want to know more about Latinos and Hispanics in my community as well. So I feel like the club Mecha, I'm not really involved in it, but I feel like they have a really powerful standpoint from where they're standing, especially with a lot of powerful Latina students in that club. It's just really nice knowing that that's there, and it's probably going to stay here for a couple years because, you know, our community is growing, our cultures are growing. And especially at the school, I really appreciate when teachers like appreciate your culture, especially Mr. Land. I'm in the ethnic studies class, and it's just been like an eye-opening experience for me. And we're actually doing this like project like about like identity and stuff, and I'm getting the opportunity to talk about myself more, about like my race, my ethnicities, my cultures, my traditions, and that's just really exciting because I don't really get to talk about that at school. So that class is really giving me like kind of the floor to be able to talk about what I'm most excited for. Okay, so I hope that Hispanic Heritage Month brings out the best of us, and I really would love to learn more about other cultures and other people, especially at this school, because I know that there's a lot of students who have untold stories that should be out there and should be framed on like walls and stuff like that. So I would just love to learn more about different cultures and ethnicities. Yeah.